Hi, I'm Mary with Wisdom Over Worry. Take a deep breath because it's a big topic. It's a big topic. I think it can help any advocate, anyone in the healthcare realm for their loved one to grasp a concept of bioethics. Assumed to not be a candidate to even move in that direction of neonatal intensive care. How did that happen? I hope you could just grab a notebook, grab a notepad, get on your phone, write it in your notes. I hope this could be a piece of what you make space and time to look at. The NICU, neonatal intensive care, is a part of full intervention for this diagnosis, swirling to the parent, and it doesn't make sense and they're not really prepared. The baby is born. I need her stabilized and safe in an intensive care unit until she gets heart repair. It put us on this path that taught me so much, and how we try to fit our child into a medical system. Historically, they don't fit. Historically, the hospital system didn't consider them a candidate for their care, because the diagnosis has a terrible reputation. And in that sense of innovative medicine and rare trisomy children, they didn't cross. They didn't meet. They weren't considered even a part. So why would you teach a lot of intensive care doctors about T18? Why would you allow a baby with T18, T13, rare trisomy, T9? Why would you let a rare trisomy baby in an intensive care unit when there's nothing that would benefit them? That was the belief for years. That still is the belief from many, many, many established staff in intensive care. And lines. Why do I share that this is amazing and this could be life-saving for your child? Why do I say that? Again, a big deep breath. I know the pushback the parent will get. So I think the best thing we can do when we're preparing as advocates, it's like a debate, unfortunately. We need to come prepared. We need to know what we're asking for and what debate can pop up in front of us. But I'm coming from a place of knowledge is power. And I'm coming from a place that we obtained knowledge, research done, data collected, professional opinion, peer-reviewed articles are giving us things to add to our toolkit of advocacy. And it would be wrong to not share to a newly diagnosed family and to a family seeking seeking that path, seeking, I want to go to a NICU. I want to go from a NICU to any surgeries this child needs. All this until my child is their optimal self and come home the safest. We come home to live. We don't come home to pass. And honestly, when I started saying that, doors opened. It's kind of revolutionary, actually, to ask that for a rare trisomy diagnosis. We are assumed to wait and see. We are assumed to not be a candidate to even move in that direction of neonatal intensive care. How did that happen? Dr. Carey gives a brief history lesson on the conflicts of intensive care in neonatology. They discuss that the inventions of pressure support, your CPAP, your BiPAP, your ventilator support, what we could do for the lungs now, to look like who do we save, when, and how, and who makes the final call. So based on bioethics, this is a topic of great debate. Who do we save? Unfortunately, rare trisomy falls on a very short list and in a very terminal list as someone we should not save. It is changing. It is changing. Rose and many others like her who have had access to innovative intensive care, they are showing progress. They are meeting milestones. They are having quality of life. It is revolutionary, as I say many times, and it is amazing. It's so exciting. AAP guidelines addresses this, talks about this, discusses this. And before I go, because I'll talk more about this later, I just want to give a person time to digest that that's the big dilemma. Within our community, it is very hard to raise a flag and just wave it and say, hey, your child needs CPAP, your child needs BiPAP. Would they do elective intubation? And you're firing these questions at a parent who's reaching out for help because they're watching their baby decline. And it offends somebody. It offends the parent, it offends the attending doctor, it offends is only suffering. It is a very, very, very complex and controversial topic. There is innovative medicine options that we absolutely know can give stellar care for the neonate that protects the heart, brain, and lungs. A lot of new moms have shared with me, which I agree, it was true in our situation too. Me coming to terms with just wanting to get NICU intervention does not make it happen. It does not mean it happens. It doesn't. What hurdle you have is that bioethical, moral standard of care dilemma. What we can do as a parent on our end is we can interview the unit directors of units we would like our child to be on to the best we can, get access to innovative teams and ask the question, does your staff, does your team have a bias? Does established staff have a problem with a child having full heart repair, full open heart surgery if they have rare trisomy? Does your current staff have a problem with full code status for a rare trisomy child? Moving forward with major interventions. Things like this, call it out. Call out this dilemma, this moral ethical dilemma, and see. You need to go to a place that has access for rare trisomy. You need to go to a place that aligns with innovative care. And the AAP guidelines, even though it says case-by-case basis, and it says a recommendation for life-saving care, all of it, the whole team,